I'm Jim Cook with Outer Boundary. I'm here with my friend Tom Landis. Tom has supported his mission for many years. So I want to give Tom the opportunity to tell his story.
Hey, I'm Tom Landis, and welcome to Howdy Homemade. And every part of this restaurant is designed so that our employees can succeed. And where it begins is when you come in, our goal is very quick. First and foremost, is for a very friendly howdy for each and every customer to be met with a friendly howdy. Right now, we got Jessica busy scooping ice cream for a customer, we want the first step is to be able to say howdy. We believe that customer service is just lacking in America, and if you can say howdy in a friendly way, you're truly better than 90% of the workforce out there. And then the next step is that a lot of our employees with special needs say they have difficulties pronouncing different ingredients. We want the spoons to be our spokespeople. And so the first step is for our employees, can you say howdy? The next step is to give out samples of our Dr. Pepper chocolate chip, our different ones. We want this to be a really enjoyable experience where the customer service just sets it apart. And right now, what we're enjoying is 5-star reviews on Yelp from our employees, and that has nothing to do with me and everything to do with our awesome employees with special needs and what they're doing and how they're continually being friendly. Then the next step is first is saying howdy, the second is getting samples, and then figuring out really is it 1 scoop or 2 scoops, and then putting them in either a cup or a cone. And then the next part, bringing things up, we wanted to see how much we can simplify our point of sale system so that our employees can work it. We love it that we have people come in from 2-3 hours away to see our so we made sure we didn't have a closed off area here, a gate area.
Yeah.
We wanted people to be able to come. We love it. Saying, can you help us? Which is 1 scoop? Which is 2 scoops? 1 scoop or 2 scoop? The tax is included, so everything is super simple. When you bring it around here, come around here and look at it from this side. When you open up, there's no change in the and it's much easier to count change. A $10 bill on a $4 order is a 5 and a 1. I had to think about that as a joke. That's amazing. But this, I think the change really terrifies, and the idea of counting 95 cents change, whatever it is more difficult. So now you have 3 phases at the front of the house, saying howdy, giving samples, scooping, and bringing it up, and then that's the front of the house. And after, if you want, come on back to the kitchen area, and the skill set here is a little bit more elevated. And what we need in terms of a skill set, our employees are starting to now be able to make the ice cream. We tried to think through everything in terms of having only 1 knife in here. There's no fryer, no grease trap. It's no place for them to get burned. It's a safer environment. And what our goal is that our employees at every level can be able to participate in the creating of the ice cream, as well as the testing, the tasting, and selling. And so that's Howdy Homemade.
Well, Tom, it's great seeing you. Why don't you take an opportunity? Tell us your story. Tell us about Howdy Homemade. How did it come about?
Yeah, so Howdy Homemade is really in honor of Coach Gene Stallings, and but also the parent of every child with special needs. And in North Texas alone, there's 240,000 adults with special needs that desperately pray for what so many take for granted, and that's a job. And there's just this whole community of people with special needs, families with family members with special needs, and they just know it can be done. They know And then there's a whole giant population out there of restaurant workers, restaurant owners that just haven't intersected. And we're starting to see on a small scale Howdy intersect and work. And now we think that can be done on a bigger level outside of just the restaurant industry. But there's a lot of work to do along with that.
Tell us about Howdy, the ice cream shop. How did you get into that? Why ice cream?
Well, we wanted to find something that our employees could do that was safe for them, that there wasn't, well, let's be honest also, I'm a horrible cook. In cooking a burger, I mean, in 1:30 seconds, it's undercooked. At 2.5 minutes, it's overcooked. At 1.5 minutes, I have zero interest in what's going on with the burger. I want to know what's going on in the football game. What? So ice cream was something that I loved, but it also was something I could see that employees with Down syndrome could absolutely handle safely and scoop and perform. And then out there, from a business standpoint, I didn't think that the competition was stellar. I have something that, from a customer service standpoint, from just a innovation standpoint, ice cream could be a strong vehicle to share the mission that we're all on.
Love your ice cream, but tell us about the Dr. Pepper chocolate chip. How did that come about?
You know what? I think when they say if you want to be creative, you might as well go to the creator. And I don't know if it was God or devil that put the recipe in us, but we came up with this Dr. Pepper chocolate chip ice cream, and then Dr. Pepper as a company couldn't have been more phenomenal in terms of supporting us, supporting the mission. They've supported the Dr. Pepper Gene Stallings Award that goes to the college football coach who does more to help others. And so I think in a lot of ways it was really a perfect fit. And what our hope is that there'll be an opportunity for us to use the ice cream on a retail level to then and then use the funds from that to create even more jobs for those with special needs.
Mission is awesome, but tell me, share with us, what are some of the challenges you face with hiring adults with special needs?
Yeah. You know what? The biggest issues, I would say, are really almost outside of work, is that we can provide work, but that's simply one aspect. If all a man has in life is work, it doesn't matter if he's the wolf of Wall Street or just a simple someone bagging groceries or whatever. There's more to life than that, and there needs to be a social infrastructure for those with special needs. There needs to be more vocational training. There needs to be more interaction, and there needs to be more housing. I can sense in my employees that they truly would love more and more independence. They're capable of it, but there isn't much out there that fits in the scope of what would fit for someone with special needs.
That's awesome. But what are some of the benefits of this workforce?
Yeah, well, the benefits are just, do you have a couple hours? Because really, truly, the benefits are phenomenal. And the first I would say is go to Yelp. And Yelp is one of these amazing, innovative, new technologies that every business is trying to figure out how to harness. And in the end, Howdy spends zero money on Yelp, but we get the most benefit out of it. Why? Because our employees do such a good job that the Yelp reviews are so good. It's very interesting to see that our special needs employees are the one driving the great customer service reviews, and that's everything. I mean, I think you can break down so many businesses, but hey, doing a good job and the word of mouth is what is spreading it. To see the joy of the customers interacting with the employees, to see the customers' true disappointment when they come in the restaurant and they see me here and not Coleman or one of our other employees. That, I think, truly is the future of the restaurant industry.
Great story, but tell us, Tom, why are you doing this? What's your driving motivation?
You know what? I think someone said once that there are truly no pure motives, and I think that's okay to live with. I want to be able to look at parents of children with special needs and say that, you know what, I believe your child's worth more than my house. That's why I risked it all, why we mortgaged our house, because we believed not so much in the concept, not so much in the ice cream, but absolutely in people with special needs. But at the same time, we also did this because, you know what, I love, like, you hear different things like advertisements for the University of Texas where they say, what starts here changes the world. And we truly want a chance. Can we truly change the way business is done? At the same time, have some fun doing it. But at the end of the day, also is, you know what, hit something out of the park. And in the greatest arena out there, known as capitalism, makes the money too.
Great story, great mission. You got some great ice cream here. Really support what you're doing. But what's the future of Howdy? Where do you see it going?
Yeah, so right now, it's interesting. We have about 75, 80 people that want a franchise, and some of them don't want to just franchise. They're kind of knocking down the door, somewhat impatient, and I'm trying to communicate to them that I don't want them to assume I have a clue of what I'm doing. We really think we're about 6 to 8 months out from being able to really expand. At the same time, we have a store in Salt Lake City, a franchise there. They're doing well. They're going to open another one in Provo. And then we had some people come in from El Paso that are excited about putting one in the Children's Museum there. I think our goal, we would love to be in the 160 countries that currently host the Special Olympics. We'd love to be in places like China where the rate of autism, if I understand correctly, is increasing greater than that in the United States. And places like that where perhaps the Bible's banned, but perhaps if we could use every means necessary, and last resort, use the words, hey, share some love and some ice cream all around the world.
Love it.
Tom, thanks for taking the time. I'm going to go get some ice cream.
Thanks, Jim.